Every day, new weaknesses are discovered in the software we all depend on. To keep track of them, the cybersecurity community uses something called CVE, which stands for Common Vulnerabilities and Exposures. You can think of a CVE like a serial number for a digital flaw. Each CVE entry gives a unique ID, so that everyone around the world can point to the same problem and know they're talking about exactly the same thing. For example, CVE 2021-44228 is the number given to the famous Log4 shell bug in the Log4j library. Saying the CVE number is like giving a digital fingerprint to a vulnerability. If we were both cybersecurity professionals, I could simply say CVE 2021-44228, and you would know exactly which flaw I mean. We both pull up the same entry, the same advisories, and the same fixes, because that CVE acts like a shared fingerprint that speeds up communication and response. But just knowing that a vulnerability exists is not enough. We also need to know how serious it is. That's where CVSS comes in, the Common Vulnerability Scoring System. CVSS gives a vulnerability a score between 0 and 10, where higher numbers mean higher risk. A score of 3 might be minor, but 9 or 10 means it's critical and could allow an attacker to take full control of the system. Think of it like a severity meter. The score helps organizations decide what to fix first when multiple issues are discovered. There's also CWE, which stands for Common Weakness Enumeration. While CVE names one specific vulnerability, CWE describes a general type of weakness that caused it. For example, SQL injection is one category, buffer overflow is another, and cross-site scripting is yet another. CWE is less about one exact bug, and more about the pattern of mistakes that keep appearing in software. It helps developers and security teams understand not just what broke, but why these kinds of issues happen in the first place. These three parts fit together like pieces of a puzzle. CVE tells us the name of the flaw. CVSS tells us how severe it is. CWE tells us the underlying category of weakness that caused it. Together, they give the cybersecurity world a common language to organize, prioritize, and fix vulnerabilities. Sometimes, though, vulnerabilities are discovered by attackers before anyone else knows about them. These are called 0 days, because defenders have 0 days to react before the attacks begin. Once a 0 day is exposed publicly, it will usually be assigned a CVE, score with CVSS, and linked to a CWE category. At that point, researchers may also publish proof-of-concept exploits in resources like the exploit database, which demonstrate how the attack could work. In practice, this system keeps everyone aligned. When a new CVE is published, the National Vulnerability Database often adds more details and a CVSS score. Software vendors release advisories that explain which products and versions are affected, along with instructions for patching or mitigating the risk. Security teams then check if they're using the affected software, weigh the severity using CVSS, understand the weakness through CWE, and decide how quickly they need to act. So in simple terms, CVE is a name, CVSS is a severity, CWE is a category, and 0 day means it's already being used before a fix is available. It's not just technical jargon. It's the system that helps defenders around the world stay coordinated and respond faster whenever new digital flaws come to light. Cyflix, digital mysteries, real stories.